Baseball card market report for December 9th through the 15th, 2021, plus the investment corner. Hanging chads in the investment corner. Okay, not chads, maybe. But we definitely have some Hall of Fame candidates hanging out, just waiting for the call that may or may not ever come. While we wait along with them, it seems like a good time to go fake shopping as we look for some cards of potential Hall of Famers that might be primed for elite forward in value should one or more of them get elected. Here are my picks for this month's investment corner with the usual rules. I have to not buy cards that actually sold within the last few weeks on eBay, and I have to faux spend about $1,000 total. Oh, and I have to stick to my theme of players who appear on the current Hall of Fame ballot, more or less. So here is how I spent my funny money. 1987 Topps Berry Bonds PSA 10, $220.75. We've invested lots in Bonds cards over the last few months, but as long as he remains outside of Cooperstown, his cardboard will have room to grow. This is Bond's last year on the ballot, and it will be very interesting to see if he can make up the last several votes he needs to reach 75%. If he makes the cut, expect a bump, maybe even an explosion in his cards. If not, it's on to waiting for the Today's Game Committee. Either way, this classic Bonds card will always be a collector favorite, at least in some circles. 1985 Flir Roger Clemens PSA 9, $87.50. Pretty much ditto for Clemens, except we're buying into a PSA 9 here. And this may be the first 1985 Clemens rookie we've grabbed hold of here in the investment corner. It's sort of the forgotten gem amongst Rocket's other big rookie cards. 1984 Flir update, 1985 Topps, 1985 Donris. Again, plenty of room for growth if Clemens gets the call to the Hall. 1995 Bowman's Best Blue Scott Rowland, PSA 9, $94.99. Rowland is a top 10 all-time third baseman, but his injury history somewhat dampens his in-the-moment impact and the lingering perception of him. You just never knew when he'd be able to stay on the field for an extended period of time. Still, he's trending towards election, and if, or should I say when he gets in, you can expect his rookie cards to jump up in value, at least relative to whatever the overall market looks like at that point. 1989 Donris Kirk Schilling, PSA 10, $95. Like the other pariahs on this list, Bonds and Clemens that is, I keep latching onto Schilling's rookie cards. Hardly anyone seems to like him as a person, which he hasn't helped at all anytime he talks or types in public. Still, his Hall of Fame case is pretty much unassailable from a statistical standpoint, and the 1989 Donruss is his sole true rookie card. It'll get plenty of attention if this former World Series hero gets over the voting hump. 1989 Bowman Chrome Jimmy Rollins PSA 10, $93.71. Rollins is something of a long shot, but with 2,455 hits, 4 gold gloves, a league MVP, and a ring on his resume, he will at least hang around on the ballot for a good long while. And if he jumps out to a big number in his first ballot this year, his rookie cards, like this 1989 Bowman gem, will garner some big attention. 1994 Flair Alex Rodriguez PSA 10, $75. Yep, yet another persona non grata, but A-Rod is just a notch or two below Bonds and Clemens when it comes to all-time great status. He'll face a tough row to hoe here in his first year on the ballot, but if Barry and or Roger make the cut, it's going to be tough to keep Rodriguez out in the long term. And if he does get in someday, $75 for a perfect copy of his 1994 Flair rookie card is gonna look like a real bargain. 1989 Topps Gary Sheffield, PSA 10, $50. At this point, Sheffield is pretty much an afterthought when it comes to the Hall, but he's still hanging around 40% of the vote heading into his 8th year on the ballot. And with 500 plus home runs and 60 plus WAR on his resume, he's poised to strike if other PED tainted guys break through anytime soon. And if that happens, Sheffield's 1989 rookie card is going to get some love, begrudgingly or not. 1987 Flir David Ortiz, CCG 10, $156. I think Big Papi's cards are already pretty expensive, almost prohibitively so at high grades. After all, he doesn't have the strongest Hall of Fame case among current candidates from a statistical perspective. But he does carry some PED baggage of his own, and yet his cards already check in at several $100s in PSA 10 condition. Still, there's plenty of sentiment for him to get the nod, and it wouldn't be shocking to see that happen on his first ballot. Given all that, this card offers an opportunity for some growth. Sure, it's not a PSA or a BGS graded, but it is a 10, so there is at least a chance that it could hold up to some regrading at one of the bigger companies. 1990 Leaf Sammy Sosa, PSA 10, $71. Like Clemens and Bonds, Sosa is in his last year on the writer's ballot. Unlike those guys, his chances of election this year are almost nil. But if he did somehow break through, his cards would explode. And even if he falls off the ballot, which is a lock to happen, Sammy's Leaf rookie card is still a hobby classic and will likely maintain collector interest over the long haul. 1978 Topps Pete Rose, PSA 9, $57. Always the long shot of long shots, Rose appears here as a contingency for the stars aligning. Rob Manfred lifting Rose's ban in the next couple of days, Rose garnering an avalanche of write-in votes, and the Hall counting those votes. A Christmas miracle, in other words. Won't happen, of course, but less than $60 for a PSA 9 card of the all-time hit king from a time when he was perking along can't be considered an overpay. Plus, it gets us right up to and slightly over our $1,000 budget. All told, we spent $1,000.95 on our could-be Hall of Famers, meaning we'd have to pay back that 95-cent overage before we could count any of our gains a year from now. Aside from that, though, how do you think we did here? Will we come out on top in the long run, or will these cards crash and burn once their subject, the players up for election, fall off the Cooperstown ballot? Time will tell, of course, just like it's already begun to do for our picks from last December. Hold on to your socks, though, because some of these names just might look familiar. The Year Without a Santa Claus. Hall of Fame electee. Last December, we used our Investment Corner scratch to snatch up some cards of the top names on the ballots for the upcoming Hall of Fame vote. And then, the BBWAA didn't elect anyone at all. So none of the players got the call last year, but some of them might still get votes this time around. Here's what our shopping spree yielded a year ago. 1995 Bowman's Best Scott Rowland, PSA 10. Bought 11/20/20 for $399.99, sold 11/20/21 for $420. Profit loss $20.01, 5%. 1994 SP Foil, Billy Wagner, rookie card, PSA 8. Bought 11/20/20 for $39.99, sold 11/20/21 for $140. Profit loss $100.01, 250%. 1985 Topps Roger Clemens, BGS 7. Bought 11/20/20 for $10.50, sold 11/20/21 for $5. Profit loss minus $5.50, minus 52%. 1986 Donris, the Rookies, Barry Bonds, PSA 10. Bought 11/20/20 for $175, sold 11/20/21 for $300. Profit loss $125, 71%. 1989 Upper Deck, Gary Sheffield, PSA 10. Bought 11/20/20 for $47.99, sold 11/20/21 for $45. Profit loss minus $2.99, minus 6%. 1999 Bowman Chrome, Tim Hudson, BGS 8.5. Bought 11/20/20 for $6.99, sold 11/20/21 for $8. Profit loss $1.01, 14%. 2000 Bowman Chrome Draft Picks, Mark Burley, PSA 10. Bought 11/20/20 for $150, sold 11/20/21 for $95. Profit loss minus $50, minus 37%. 1995 Bowman Andrew Jones, PSA 10. Bought 11/20/20 for $110, sold 11/20/21 for $80. Profit loss minus $30, minus 27%. 1993 Topps Traded Todd Helton, Team USA, PSA 10. Bought 11/20/20 for $60, sold 11/20/21 for $150. Profit loss $90, 150%. The prices we'd have to pay now, which is sold, is culled from the PSA auction prices realized tool, generally taking in the most recent sales of any given card in any given condition as our barometer, and leaning on recent eBay sales in some cases. All told, we fake spent $1,000.46 last December and sold our stash for $1,243 for an imaginary profit of $242.54, about 24%. But that's better than our November to November gains, which was 21%, but still way below our October windfall of about 47%. It didn't help our cause at all that no one made the Hall of Fame cut in last year's balloting, but Bonds, Wagner, and Helton all made strong showings here. I suspect Clemens would have boosted our performance had we nabbed a PSA 10 copy of his rookie card rather than a pretty pedestrian BGS 7. The good news about having a modest return for these guys this year, though, is that they have plenty of room for price growth if any of them get elected for 2020 induction.